Number one, start small. We really need to start trusting God, but we have to start small. Sometimes we just try to trust Him with the big stuff, but we really need to start microdosing trusting God. God, I trust you to get me out of bed. For some of you, that is a prayer you need to pray tomorrow. I trust you to get my feet on the floor tomorrow. Or maybe you prayed this before I trust you to get me out of bed today. God, I trust you to get me to the coffee maker. God, I trust you to get me dressed and showered. Like if you're in a rough part in your life, those are good, valid prayers. That's what you need to be praying. I trust you to get me dressed and showered. I trust you to help me take this next breath because I don't know if I can. I trust you to get me to work. I trust you to get me to school or to daycare or to gym or whatever. God, I trust you to get me home. I trust you to help me eat. I don't want to eat. I just want to sit and sulk. I trust you to help me put food in my mouth. I trust you to hold my mess while I sleep so that I can rest. I'm going to pile it up over here and I need you to watch it so that I can sleep. I trust you. And trusting is so important. So start small. Number two, trust is a team sport. So rope in someone you know who cares about you and trusts God. Someone you know who's good at trusting God because you've seen them go through their own stuff. And they didn't explode and go off, or even if they did get kind of crazy for a little bit, you saw they stayed steady with God through it. Find that person. Wrap your arms around them, say, help me to get through this. Tell them you're going and you're trying to trust God. Text them to keep in touch throughout the day. Tell them you're trusting God each step. Ask them to pray God will help you to trust Him more. And then number three, this is so important. Seek God's face, not just His hands. See, oftentimes when we're in a mess, we seek God's hands. That means, God, do something. Fix it. I need you to touch them and fix that brain because it's crazy. It's a mess. I need you to change that person. I need you to change this job or the situation. I need you to just magically twinkle the bank account and make the math work. Whatever the situation is, and we want God to use His hands, and we want God to do something, and all our prayers are, God, do something, change this, do 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 this. And nobody wants a marriage like that, and that's not any kind of relationship with God either. In fact, it's easy to focus on what we want God to do. We often forget that the gaze of God in and of itself is nourishing to our eternal soul. There's this blessing from the Old Testament. It says, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Then it says the Lord lift up His countenance upon you. That means turn His face towards you and give you peace. The whole blessing is that God would look at you. That He would put His face on you. And He would see you. That's the blessing. And that the result of that blessing is that there would be grace and there would be peace.